Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic visions in history, Jacob's ladder. But we're going to look at it a little differently, not just as an old story, but as the epic cinematic moment a hero awakens to his true destiny. We're going to start right at the emotional peak, with the very first words Jacob says when he wakes up. This one sentence right here, it captures a total paradigm shift. It's that moment of realization that the world he thought he knew was hiding something absolutely incredible. So let's rewind and see how he got to this point. Every great hero's journey has to start somewhere. And for Jacob, it doesn't begin with a bang. It begins with a solitary man on a very lonesome road. So picture this. Our protagonist, Jacob, he arrives in this mountainous region called Luz. The sun has already dipped below the highlands, and these long shadows are stretching across the quiet landscape. He is completely, totally on his own. He finds a spot to rest for the night, and you just get this feeling of stillness, of vastness, and maybe just a little bit of vulnerability. So who is this guy, this lone traveler? Well, this isn't some young, reckless hero. Jacob is 84 years old. He's described as thoughtful, observant, with the steady, gentle hands of a herdsman, and a deep love for wisdom. His calm, quiet presence is really just hiding this massive destiny that's about to be ignited. So in this really simple, solitary act, Jacob just settles in for the night. He finds a random stone to use as a pillow, which just goes to show you how rugged his situation is. He lies down, totally unaware that this one night is about to change his life and history forever. And then, as he's sleeping, the ordinary world just dissolves. Jacob crosses the line from the mundane into the supernatural, and the vision begins. The way this vision builds is just incredible. It's so cinematic. First, a ladder just appears, planted firmly on the ground. Then you see its top stretching impossibly high, all the way into the heavens. Angels start moving up and down it, and then finally, a presence reveals itself at the very top. Now pay attention to how the angels are moving here. The vision isn't chaotic or scary. No, it's described as a peaceful, orderly, and radiant flow. It's revealing this hidden, divine order that connects heaven and earth. This isn't an invasion, it's a revelation. All right, let's get to the climax of the vision. A voice comes from the very top of the ladder, and it delivers this series of powerful, completely life-altering promises directly to Jacob. The voice doesn't start with a command. It starts with an identity. It's making a direct link to Jacob's own family line, his grandfather Abraham, his father Isaac. This immediately grounds this insane vision in something personal, in his own story. And then comes the first promise. It's tangible, it's specific. The very ground that Jacob is sleeping on, this seemingly random piece of dirt, is now declared to be his destiny and the destiny of his entire family line to come. Right after that, this second promise hits, and this one is all about legacy. We're not just talking about a big family. We're talking about a people so numerous, they'd be like the dust of the earth, spreading out in every single direction. I mean, to really get a sense of the scale of that promise, you have to think about something like the stars in the sky. It's an epic, almost infinite vision of the future that's being laid out for him. And this is where it gets really personal. The vision shifts from this huge epic scale down to one-on-one. This third promise is about constant divine presence. I mean, for a man sleeping all by himself in the wilderness, this is the ultimate reassurance. You are not alone. I've got your back. And the whole thing is sealed with this unbreakable vow. This isn't a maybe or a we'll see. It is a rock-solid guarantee that this grand destiny will be fulfilled. Period. The dream ends. Jacob comes back to the conscious world, but the world he's woken up to looks completely different now. His entire perception of reality has been permanently rewired. So as the sun comes up, he sits up suddenly, and his first words are not just awe. There's a kind of holy fear there. He's trembling because he understands with total clarity that he has stumbled onto sacred ground. He gets it now. He wasn't just sleeping in some random field. He was at a nexus point, a literal gateway between the earthly world and the divine. The ordinary has been revealed as absolutely extraordinary. This comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? Before the dream, Luz was just a place to crash for the night. After, it's Bethel, the house of God. The stone he slept on wasn't just a rock.
It marked the gate of heaven. His entire perspective has been rewritten. So what does a hero do when his reality completely shifts right under his feet? He acts. Jacob now has to take this profound new understanding and turn it into a concrete physical commitment.
Look at this gesture. It's so simple, but so powerful. He takes the most ordinary object from his night, that stone pillow, and he makes it a sacred marker. In the soft morning light, he anoints it with oil, consecrating the site and acknowledging its holiness for all time.
And now Jacob responds to the divine promise with a promise of his own. It's a formal vow, his side of this new covenant. He lays out his terms, based on the promises he just received: protection, provision, a safe return. If those things happen, he commits his entire life in allegiance. It's his turn to act.
This is the final act of his awakening. Giving something a new name is an act of claiming a new reality. Luz, the forgotten stopover, is now and forever Bethel, the house of God. The hero has accepted his quest, and his purpose is finally clear.
You know, Jacob's story is such a powerful template for those moments of revelation in our own lives, right? Those experiences that wake us up, that redefine our reality, and give us a clear direction and a new name for the path ahead. It really just leaves us with a question to think about. What are the defining promises that give our own journey its meaning?